Going into labor.
How do you feel?
My water broke. Welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to be doing a story time of how I got pregnant. I'm just kidding. You don't want to know that story yet. So, and we're eating tacos.
And chips.
And he already ate all his food.
I did, my first one. Okay.
Okay, so
Oh, everyone was in Chicago. Remember?
they weren't in Chicago. They were in
Or
Vegas.
Everyone was in Vegas.
My dad and stuff were in Vegas, and it was just me and him at my dad's house. And then what? Oh, that day we went to the outlets. We went to the outlets to go buy some things in the diaper backpack. Remember?
Yeah.
That we hadn't bought. This is yours here.
And then.
So that night, well, earlier that day, Jesse, he seduced me.
No.
That's what it was. He seduced me.
No. I was mad. I don't know why I was mad. And Chelsea was like, "Don't be mad, baby. Come on." And she just jumped on top of me and raped me.
Monday morning, we were gonna go to the hospital because I was having really bad contractions like the whole night. So we decided, let's just go and check. I didn't go to work Monday because they went to the hospital.
How much? Like how?
And then they went ahead and checked me or whatever, and then they saw that I was just 1 centimeter dilated. So they kept me there for like an hour to see if I would dilate more. And then they came after a little bit over an hour, and they said that I wasn't dilated more than 1 centimeter. So they said they couldn't keep me. So she was like, "Oh, you'll probably be back within 24 hours or like a week," because some people stay 1 centimeter dilated for like over a week sometimes. So then we went home in the night. I think we went to go get McDonald's or something, right? We went to go get McDonald's, and I don't know what we were talking about. And I started cracking up, remember?
See what happened to us if she would get out that insurance money? She would just buy a whole new family.
And so then I started cracking up, and then like water just came down, like a burst of like water. I went to the bathroom and I checked, and it wasn't pee, it was just water. And then I came back out and I told you, and you're like, "No, it's not your water that broke. Like, are you sure it's not pee?" And I was like, "It's not pee, you smell it." Remember you smelled it?
Yeah.
So it wasn't pee, but we just waited because we don't want to go back to the hospital and they tell us we're still not dilated.
Yeah.
So we waited till the next day, but I was having more contractions that night. They were more painful. And so then he went to work.
Yeah, next day I went to work, and then I remember we were right there. Oh, it was like 12, right? Yeah, it was around 12 when you text me like, "Oh, my water broke." I'm like, "Oh shit." You know, I get crazy. I started shaking everything.
Because I started walking around the house. I drank a tea. I ate. And then I was walking around the house, and then I went pee. And then when I got up from peeing, and I had already cleaned myself and everything, then that's when water started dripping down. Not like a big splash, but like if you're peeing, kind of. And so then that's when I called him, and I told him, "Okay, we have to go to the hospital. Like, it is my water." The shower and everything.
Well,
we're calm about it.
Yeah, we're calm. You weren't in a rush either.
No, I wasn't. I was just like, "Yeah, take a shower," you know. Because it wasn't like really hurting. Like, it was some contractions, but it would stop. They were kind of far apart a little bit.
Are you gonna eat that chocolate?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Eat it.
No, you didn't want it?
No. Eat it. I went to the hospital and told them I was like, my water broke. So they admitted me, and then they checked me, and the lady said that I was 3 centimeters dilated. And she's like, "Why did your water break?" No, like at night. She's like, "Why didn't you come?" It's bad for you to wait just like
yeah,
because
the baby, I guess, loses oxygen, right?
It's like losing water.
Exactly. So oxygen.
So I stayed there. My doctor wasn't here. He was, I don't know where the hell he was at. but he wasn't there, so a different doctor had to like take over.
Well, he was out of town. He said he was out of town on a vacation. I think so.
But like somewhere far.
So
he's like, unfortunately, your doctor's not in town. So
18.
Tuesday, we went there like at 2 or 3 actually, like 3, and then I was there in the, not my actual room where I was gonna have the baby, somewhere else where they just kind of check you and stuff, and then they took me to my room. And then when I went to my room, I think you just stayed there for a little bit in the room and then you left, remember?
your cousin and your aunt were there.
Yeah, so then you went outside to the waiting room. We were there for a little while, and then I asked for the ball to start like kind of like bouncing on it and stuff, so my labor could speed up more. And then they also told me that they were gonna start giving me the Pitocin because I was having contractions, but they were too far apart and they weren't strong enough, so it was gonna take forever if I wouldn't get that medicine. So they gave it to me and they said that they were gonna start doing it by like levels. So at first it wasn't really hurting me, so I was on the ball trying to like speed it up and stuff. And then after that, I think they left, and then my mom had texted me asking. Oh, I texted her. I was like, I'm gonna just text my mom and I'm gonna tell her.
We weren't really trying to let anybody know, huh? Like we
didn't really want to. We wanted to keep it
private.
Like, yeah. Till we at least had her, or we already got back and stuff, but
we told everybody, don't record, don't take pictures. Everybody did the opposite. They're like, my God. I'm telling you, she has a funny family.
Then they got out. No, actually they were still there, and I texted my mom like, hey, like, you know, at the hospital, like, I'm gonna have the baby. And she got kind of mad because I had barely texted her and everybody else knew. But I was like, I didn't tell anybody to like come, you know. It was really just like my dad's sister that I had told, and then my dad, obviously, because I live with him, and then we just knew. And then you had told your parents, right?
Yeah.
So then they got out. I think my mom came with my aunt, my brothers, and who else? Then my mom came in with my grandma, and then he came in too, because only three people were allowed to be inside. So it was me and my mom,
but
and my grandma, and
this was already around like 9 already.
No, it was at 9. It was at 9 when they got there. They were inside there for like 2 hours with me.
And then they left? I know, but they were in there when you
gave birth. No.
So
Never mind. Because after they left, then my aunt from my mom's side came in with my cousin, with Mia, remember?
Oh, yeah.
They came in for a little while, maybe like an hour, I think they were inside for.
Oh yeah, and your mom and your grandma were... How the hell? Were they there 2 times?
Oh, my dad came too, remember? From Vegas.
Oh, no. I remember I was going to the car. I was coming back from the car. And he was leaving with Rosie. Rosie is his dad's ex-girlfriend. His dad's
mom got there probably like 20-25 minutes after. And then so my aunt from my mom's side, my mom's sister, she came inside, and then she was there for a little bit with us, with Jesse. It was me, Jesse, my aunt, and my cousin. So we were there. I was still on the ball, and then the contractions were, at that point, they were getting a little bit stronger. Yeah, because it was kind of hurting me. Like when I would have a contraction, I would have to like stop talking or stop doing whatever I have to do.
And they were asking you if you were ready for if you were gonna take the.
Oh, they were asking about the epidural.
Yeah.
Well, when I first went there, when they said that I was 3 centimeters, they asked me, so what's your plan? Did you want to have the epidural or not? And I was like, yes, I'm going to have the epidural, because everybody was telling me just get it, you know? So then, when I was inside, I think when I was about, like, they had already done, like, level 6 or something, the nurse asked me, like, when are you going to want the epidural? Like, what's going to be your max that you're going to be able to take? So I was like, level 8, I want the epidural at that moment. So she's like, okay, just let me know. So then when my mom came in with my grandma, with her mom, and it was you.
And this was already like around 9.
That's, yeah, probably like 8ish. Because they were inside there for like an hour and a half, I feel.
Yeah.
So that's when my contractions were a lot stronger. And My water hadn't broke completely.
And then out of nowhere, it just broke, right?
Yeah. No, because I was still on the ball, remember?
Yeah, but...
I was still on the ball.
To be honest, kind of a blur to me, kind of.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I still remember everything. I was on the ball still, wasn't I? I was on the ball, and the contractions were a lot stronger. So then the lady was like, "Oh, like I'm gonna need you to get onto the bed and lay down because I'm not able to really see the heart rate of the baby." So she's like, "I need you to just lay down." So I got up on the bed and I laid down, and then all of a sudden, like 10 minutes after, you just hear on the little monitor thing when my water broke, like loud, remember?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? And I felt it. And as soon as my water broke, those contractions hit me so fucking hard. No, it was the worst. So then I asked her, I said, no, at first, I was like, I started crying because I felt it really hard.
Yeah, you're like, hollow.
So then I told the nurse, I was like, oh, because my mom got up. No, but the nurse was there when that happened. Because, when my water broke, I was like, oh my God, my water broke. And Jesse went around to push this button, and then a whole bunch of nurses ran in.
Like, literally, like, okay, that button that I clicked, like, you're not supposed to click it. Like,
it's only like an emergency, like a super emergency.
And I mean, I thought it said red, it was a red button, so I'm guessing, like, to call a nurse. So I clicked it, and literally, like, 6 nurses just ran in there, right? Like, they're like, oh shit, is everything okay?
I'm like, what happened?
I was like,
and he's like, her water broke. And like, oh,
they're like, like, everyone, like, left and just one stayed.
So just the one nurse that was supposed to be there stayed. And then from there, I was crying. My mom got up, and then she's like, she kind of tried comforting me, I think.
I know, she was taking my spot. That's why I was gonna be like, yo, get up. Just kidding. I didn't want to.
She was comforting me, and then after because I started crying, and then she's like, do you want the epidural? I was like, yeah. So they told the nurse like that, and the nurse asked me too. So I was like, yes, I want the epidural like now. So she called, and then she's like, oh, unfortunately the anesthesiologist is in a trauma. So I'm like, great, perfect, just what I fucking need it because I'm dying right now. So then I was like, oh hell no. So that's when I started kind of getting up, and I started positioning myself in a different way. So my back, because me laying on my back, I would feel the contractions a lot stronger. That's why.
Yeah.
So I started positioning myself in a way where I would kind of relieve my back a little bit. And then she's like, no, I need you to like lay down or whatever. And I was like, no, I fucking can't. I can't. What the fuck was that?
You always have to punch me or some dumb shit like that. You have some bony ass fucking knuckles. Fuck.
Good, I can knock a freaking...
Good job.
Yeah, that's what I can do. I was like, do you know how long it's gonna take? Or, because she tried calling again for a different person, I guess, to give me the shot. And then supposedly someone's gonna come. So then my mom asked, oh, do you know how long it's gonna take? She's like, probably like 10-15 minutes. And I was like, great, it's fucking great, I'll be dead by that time. Like 10-15 minutes sounded like a fucking eternity. So then I was like, I'm not gonna get this shit. And then she's like, let me check you to see how far, like, how dilated you are.
Yeah.
So she checked, and she's like, oh, you're 4. Remember? She's like, you're 4. So I was like, bitch, what? And then she's like, yeah, but your cervix is really thin. Like, this is gonna go by fast. Doctor came in, like, a different one from the one that was supposed to help me out. And they're like, give her some medicine, like, through the IV.
Nah, she was like, seriously, like, if you guys seen The Exorcism, she was scarier than that shit. Like, The Exorcism's not even scary. This was scary. Seriously, she was... At one point, I was like, just breathe. She went like this. She went like this, like, she picked her head up and she went like that, like she was gonna slap me, and I was like, do something.
I'm sorry.
No, you're crazy. You're gonna slap me.
I was in pain, like I was dying. Like there's no pain compared to when you're about to give birth. Like there's not.
Yeah.
They were saying that I wasn't ready to give birth yet. So the doctor left. Well, a doctor came in that wasn't supposed to be my replacement doctor. He just came in, I don't know, I guess as an emergency. And he's like, she's already good, just give her some medicine through the IV. So they gave me a little bit of medicine because the lady said that I was probably gonna be ready to give birth already, so that's why she didn't want to give me the epidural. Because she's like, it's gonna take like 10 to 15 minutes to kick in. So that's gonna be a waste because I'm already give birth and it's not gonna work for me basically. So then all of a sudden, that's when I kept crying and stuff, and then my actual doctor, the replacement doctor, he came in and he's like, okay, we're getting like, that's it, like we're gonna do it, you know, like she's ready to come out. Because I told them that I was feeling a lot of pressure down there, like I was screaming and I was like, I feel it, like she needs to come out, you know. And that's when I guess she called the doctor and he came in. So he's like, okay, like let's do it. So that's when they started getting everything ready. And since everything was going so fast,
really fast.
so then they're like, who are you gonna want inside? And my mom was there, and my grandma, and then you, and then I was just like,
and they were about to leave, so my parents could go inside.
Yeah, so they were able to come inside anymore because the grandma was about to like walk out, and then we're like, no, like we felt bad, you know, because my mom was in there and then he was, so then we called her back in, so it was them three. And so then the doctor was kind of like chilling, you know, like he was kind of talking about things in the room, and I was
and
like,
then after,
dying.
Like they're preparing his stuff, he's just sitting there and I'm holding her hand, and he's like, so you like basketball? Like he starts asking me questions, and I'm like, yeah, like I guess he's done this so many times, like he's just so calm about it.
So then they were getting me ready, and then they kept my mom and my grandma and Jesse, and we were just all there, and they were getting me ready to have the baby. And so I was just ready to push her out. So by that time I was like out of energy. They had to give me oxygen. You know, I was getting oxygen because I was clearly dying at that point. So they were giving me oxygen as I was pushing.
She was fainting. That's why.
I don't think I pushed that much actually though. Like,
I was gonna tell you what the push, it was just like
maybe like 5 pushes.
5, 6 of those or 7.
5 pushes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, like 5 pushes, and then she was out. Told me not to push yet until the doctor was completely ready, because if not I was gonna like tear myself. So then as soon as I was done pushing, before she came out, her head was a little bit out. He's like, don't push anymore, like I'm gonna take her out. And that's when he, like, I don't know how it looked, but you saw it, how he took her out. He kind of like twisted her or something, right?
Yeah. Okay, so her head was coming out, and our baby, oh my gosh, she's so cute, but she's bald, right? So it's just like just her head was coming out with blood coming out, but you see her, like from her nose up was out, and he just grabbed her head and like twisted her, and it looked like literally like it was like her whole head just twisted like all around.
Basically just got her out on his own, like after I had already pushed a couple of times, just so she wouldn't tear me. So thank God I got no stitches. But my ass and my vagina were sore as fuck.
Oh my God, that's nasty. Okay.
Sore, like peeing or anything, like it would hurt.
Anyway, so yeah,
like
it was
I
like
I was pushing on that
that was like 10 o'clock when she was born.
Yeah. And then after that,
so
basically, I was so tired. Like my blood vessels, like all right here, and then my face, like.
It was
like
red.
I had all red little dots because of my broken blood vessels and stuff. And after that, my mom and my grandma got out. It was just you, and then you brought your parents in to see the baby really
So we
quickly.
told everybody that she was born, and everybody was excited, so everybody wanted to come in. But she was super tired, so we just did it quick, huh? Everybody really fast.
Everybody kind of came in quick with just your parents, and then my aunt came in again. And I specifically told everybody not to take any pictures, any videos, you know. And they freaking took videos and they uploaded it on social media, which was so freaking annoying because obviously, if I said don't take pictures or videos, and you swear like I'm gonna want you to post it on social media for the whole world to see. Like we didn't even post anything as her being her parents, so why would I want anybody else to do it?
The second month, right?
we posted something until she was like a month and a half probably. But we just wanted to keep like everything pretty private and stuff. So nobody really saw the baby. Like whoever came kind of came on their
own.
Like their own will and shit. And obviously like her parents, her family and stuff. But everybody else and my friends, like 2 of my friends came to see the baby.
That's it, huh?
That was basically it. But after that we just stayed in the hospital for like about 3 days. Everything else went good. Like nothing was wrong with her. How do you feel about life? How did you feel when I was like, I'm going into labor?
How did I feel?
My water broke.
I was calm. I mean, you weren't crying or nothing when you called me or anything, so I was like, okay, so it's not an emergency. So.
But what did you feel? Did you feel like, oh my god, the baby?
No.
Like the baby is gonna come out?
No.
Nothing?
No.
No?
Just kidding. I was like, yeah, fuck, yeah. I was crying on my way to the house. I was like, shit, it's about time, my baby girl. Oh man.
Sure.
You see, you guys,
Jessie.
she don't love me. She don't love me.
So guys, that's it for this video.
Make sure to subscribe. If not,
I know we haven't posted in like 5 months, and I'm just kidding. I think it's been like a month since we posted, and we've been wanting to post this, but we needed to get our lights and stuff, and we finally got them like last weekend.
Yeah.
And then, if you guys notice on the lens, on this side,
oh yeah, and I dropped the camera.
on the right hand side, he dropped the camera, so the lens looks a little blurry. So that's his fault.
Yeah, so.
But
make sure to subscribe.
Make sure to comment, subscribe,
share with a friend, all that cool stuff.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Don't play us down.